Leave me alone! We only want to play! What? How about the Red Riding Hood is a big, bad rat? You leave me alone, and when the Queen of the Fairies finds out, you'll be sorry! I think King Rat's more than a match for the Queen of the Fairies. Hey, Ronald!
You're not wrong, Raymond.
Help! Help! Somebody help me, please!
Don't waste your breath, my dear.
In the woods, no one can hear you scream. That's where you're wrong.
Right.
Sounds fair to me. I'll take care of these two.
He hit me.
And now, let's see how you rotten rodents now stand up to a good stout staff with English oath. Yeah. King Rat!
What's going on here? Dared to stop two of my men from doing what they wanted. What is your name?
Whittington. Dick Whittington Esquire.
Well, Dick Whittington Esquire, I believe you've made a very big mistake. Nobody interferes with King Rat or my men. You must be taught a lesson. Kill him! Incompetent fools, must I do everything myself? Wood against steel, how long will that last?
Oh, it's not just wood against steel, it's Englishman against rat.
That was very foolish. Run or die.
Well, it will never be the former, so it will have to be the latter. Oh, quite fair.
Fair? Where's the fun in that?
Stop!
What?
Let the boy go.
You mind your own business.
What happens in these woods is my business. You have no power here. Get back to the sewers of the city where you belong.
Very well. Come on, men, bring the boy.
No! The mortal stays here. He saves one of my subjects. He is under my protection.
Very well, but be warned, I shan't forget this night's work. And as for you, Dick Whittington Esquire, you're going to have cause to remember King Rat.
You have made a very powerful enemy this night, Dick Whittington Esquire.
I only did what was right.
That is how powerful enemies are made. But so too are powerful friends. I am Titania, Queen of the Fairies.
Your Majesty.
I see truth here. Honesty and a brave spirit. Your path through life will not be smooth, but it will be straight. I see great danger, a great love, and someday, perhaps, great honor.
Great honor, me?
Oh, yes.
Your Majesty, the cock crows, dawn approaches.
We are creatures of the night, and the sun may not shine upon us, but it will shine upon you, Dick Whittington, as long and as brightly as your spirit shines within you. I thank you for what you have done this night, and you may be rest assured that I shall never be far away.
But, Your Majesty, what is this great honor that will come to me?
Nothing is certain, but do you hear it?
Bells.
Those are the bells of the great city of London. Hearken Hearken to the bells, Dick Whittington. Hearken to the bells.
Richard Whittington, Lord Mayor of London. What's that, me? Lord Mayor of London? But how can I? My brother's voices!
Where are you,
What
dear?
happened?
Oh, better come quick, boy.
What's the matter?
Tis father.
What about father?
He's been taken poorly.
Poorly?
Very poorly. Very, very poorly. Very, 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 very poorly. In fact, he snuffed it.
What? Dead? But how?
Well, after supper, they went down to the cellar for to broach a new keg of ale, he said. And then all of a sudden, we hears him cry out, "Alright! Alright!" So we went down to see what the matter was. And that's where we found him, laid across his bier.
Oh, father!
A touching sight, ain't it, Tommy? Utterly contiguous, Harry.
I can't believe it!
Neither could we. Stood there flummoxed and flabbergasted, didn't I, Tom? Yeah. Didn't I say to you, Harry, didn't I say, my flabber has never been so gasted. Didn't I say that? Yeah, you did, Tom, you did, just before you told me to go through his pocket.
Go for his pocket?
For the wheel boy, life must go on, you know. Yes.
Well, did you find it?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And did you read it?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
What did it say?
Well, it says how he loved us all three equally like, and he wanted to divide everything up equally between us. But since Tom and me is the oldest, and you is the youngest, we thought that you were less equal than we was. Yeah.
I see. So how has the money and the property been divided up?
Oh, straight down the middle, boy. Yeah. Harry here gets the money, and Tom here gets the property.
What about me?
You get the sack. We've lost the sack. Oh well, you get the sack anyway.
What?
We want you to leave. We want you to leave.
What, now?
Yep, sooner the better.
Well, alright, I'll stay out of while then.
Oh, let's not say, no. Let's just say, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, here's your sack. Came from nowhere. Goodbye.
Only for a morning. Things are happening so fast for me. Let's see. First I saved the fairy's life, and then I had a sword fight with King Rat, and then the Queen of the Fairies told me I was going to be Lord Mayor of London. And then I find out that father is dead, which I suspect King Rat had something to do with. And then my brothers kicked me out, so now I'm a friendless, homeless, penniless orphan. It has been a funny sort of morning, really.
No, I wouldn't say friendless.
Wouldn't you?
Oh no, you've got me.
Yeah, who said that? Was that you?
No.
Don't be silly, cats don't talk.
Of course not.
See?
Ordinary cats don't talk, but I'm no ordinary cat. My name is Charlemagne, and I am an extraordinary cat.
Well, you certainly are, isn't he? And such a beautiful coat. And a splendid tail. And superb.
Oh, don't stop. I'm enjoying this.
Superb whiskers.
Oh, I'm going all unnecessary now.
Charlemagne, I'm delighted to meet you, of course, but tell me, why are you here?
Well, the Queen of the Fairies sent me. Charlie, she said. She always calls me Charlie. Charlie, she said, there's a young man needs your help. Go to him at once. So, I dropped everything and here I am. So what's the plan?
Plan? I don't think I have one.
No plan? You've got to have a plan if you're going to London. It's the secret of success.
What? I'm not going to London, am I?
Well, how are you ever going to be Lord Mayor if you never even go there?
That's a point, but how far is it?
A mere 100 leagues. We'll be there in no time.
100 leagues? That's 300 miles. That's 500 kilometres. Well, that's an awfully long way away. How will we ever get there?
Well, there's a bit of a trick to it, you see. You put one foot in front of the other, like this. And then you get the other foot, and you put it in front of the first one, like this. And so on. I call it walking.
Well, it's still an awfully long way away.
Only if one thinks of it like that.
Well, how else is one to think of it?
Well, think of it as a great adventure. Remember what the Queen of the Fairies said? The sun shall shine on you, Dick Whittington, as long and as brightly as your spirit shines within you.
It's looking awfully cloudy right now.
Is it? Look, and there's our road.
Oh.
Whittington Esquire is going to find he's made a very big mistake. Follow him and report back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go. Good. Don't worry, I'm
Boo, boo, boo.
Ah, and look, here we are.
Where?
Highgate Hill. And look there, that's the greatest city in the world, London.
London?
So that's stage 1 of our plan completed. Now on to stage 2, find somewhere to live.
Right.
Then on to stage 3, find a job. And finally, stage 4, become Lord Mayor.
Well, it sounds pretty simple when you put it like that.
It is. Come on.
What, where? Go down there?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't do it. It's much too busy and too big. I'm going home.
Don't tell me you're scared.
No, not scared exactly.
No.
No, more like totally terrified.
So, that's it. Your great destiny fulfilled. I came, I saw, I scarpered.
Oh, look at it. How can a poor country boy like me make his fortune in a place like that?
By believing in yourself. You can do it.
I don't know.
And listen. Listen to the bells. What are they saying?
Turn again, Whittington, Lord Mayor. Oh, it's different. They're saying
Turn again.
turn again.
Whittington, Lord Mayor of London.
Is it really true?
Can be true if you make it be true. It's all there, just waiting for you.
I really don't know.
Oh, for goodness sake, what do you think? Should he go home or should he go on?
Oh.
Yeah, I see.
You're right. Thank you, everyone. I should at least give it a try.
London, here we come.
Wait, Charlemagne, who is that beautiful young woman? Well, that's
Oh, what a lovely bird!
What a lovely necklace!
Very well filled too!
Oh, very sparkly!
Hey, that's mine, Mr. Tuck! We're just let him have it, Nick! No, I won't! Help me! Oi, give her back! Mr. Tuck! I want somebody help me!
Oh, yes, I will! Oh, yeah, the way, country
Oh,
girl!
that cursed necklace back!
Oh, you got me taken!
I believe these are yours.
Yes, thank you, Mr.
Whittington, Dick Whittington.
My name is Alice. Alice Fitzwarren.
Fitzwarren fits perfectly. She's so beautiful.
He's so handsome. That was very brave of you, Mr. Whittington.
You put up a jolly good fight yourself.
I just hate to give in to bullies.
So do I.
Mr. Tuck, this is Mr. Whittington. He came to my rescue while you were fainting with fright on the floor.
Me? Fainting with fright?
Where do you live, Mr. Whittington?
Oh, well, you see, that's a good question. Charlemagne and I have only arrived in London town this morning.
Then you must come home with me, both of you. Mother and I have a huge house.
Would you excuse me a moment? What should I do?
Well, what was stage 2 of our plan?
Find somewhere to live.
So,
Let me say yes.
if you want
Well, of
to.
course I do. Oh, sorry about that. We accept your offer with pleasure.
Were you talking to your cat?
Yes, well, that's to say, I always ask his advice.
I think that's very sensible. People are often so silly, aren't they?
Meow.
Mr. Tuck, do wake up. We're going home now. You may carry my beans if you can stay awake long enough to do so.
Thank you, miss.
Can you believe that rat?
I know he has the luck of a devil.
But don't worry, his luck will run out sometime.
It will if King Rat has anything to do with it.
Yeah, take on our path now.
Yeah,
Rats rule!
Oh, that was a really neat bit of work there, Bagsy. Not.
All going according to plan until that country bumpkin butted in.
He was only a boy. You should have dealt with him easy.
I didn't notice you dealing with him easy like.
I was just about to until that cat sneaked up behind me. I thought my time had come.
Well, our time will have come when Squire Crosey's about this. What do we tell him?
Lies, Bagsy. Lots of lies.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, what's that?
Oh, that's it, that's it, that's you. Come in. Oh, hello, Harry.
Hello, Squire.
Hello.
What you doing?
I'm having a bath.
Is it that time of year already?
Just tell me, have you got it?
Oh, what?
The necklace?
Yes?
Where is it?
We lost it.
We was wrong.
Oh, dang of them.
Huge, great, monstrous, evil villains.
They jumped us in the alley.
We fought like tigers.
Oh, we never stood a chance.
You want to see our bruises?
I wish you two would wear knickers. This is a disaster. I mean, if I don't have the necklace, how can I give it back?
True. Give it back?
Yes.
You've lost me now.
Oh, chance will be a fine thing. Look, the plan was that you two nicked the necklace, and she staggers home, weeping inconsolably for her loss. And then, drum roll, please. Of course not. I shall be dressed in my best, most fashionable attire. Yes. And this one? Oh, yes. And then I should take her by the hand and say, "Weep no more, my darling, for here I stand, your knight in shining armor, carrying out for my own personal safety. I have rescued your necklace from the clutches of those foul and filthy fiends."
Here, we ain't foul.
Oh!
But we are filthy.
And as she staggers back in ecstatic surprise, she says, "Oh, my hero, do with me what you will." And as I replace the necklace around her delicate swan-like neck, my lips accidentally brush against her, and I say, "Be mine, be mine, be mine." "Oh yes," she cries, "I shall be yours forever and ever, my squinky, squonky, squally, wally, whoopie." But since you failed to nick the necklace, I cannot give it back now, can I?
Oh, well, like they say, the best plan lies. Best laid plans?
Exactly. But now the necklace has vanished. We know not whither.
Yes, we do.
What?
He gave it back to her and she took him home to
He
meet
gave
her
it
mother.
back to her?
Oops,
Yes.
sorry.
He gave it back?
Yes.
Hmm.
See, you're really going to laugh about this, Squire.
He.
See, you're laughing already.
He! One man beat you up and robbed you?
No.
No?
He was a boy.
A boy?
But he had a cat with him.
Oh, boy and a cat. Oh, well, that makes all the difference. Come here, you lovely little girl. Yes! This is a disaster.
He was you.
Was he really?
And black.
Oh, black.
With tremendous grey whiskers out to ear.
Whiskers.
And a long, long, black, curly tail.
I don't mean the cat, you idiot. I mean the boy. Was he like me?
No, he was young.
Oh.
And clean.
Good looking.
Not a bit like you.
Oh.
And his name was Whittington.
Dick Whittington.
This is a disaster. First no necklace and now a rival. What am I going to do now?
You could consult me.
And who are you, pray?
I am King Rat. Yes, I believe we share a mutual enemy.
Dick Whittington.
Exactly, and I suggest we join forces.
Why?
Well, to outwit this nitwit Whittington.
That's very easy for you to say. Try and say it again.
You try and say.
Well, we did.
Outwit this. I have a plan.
Oh, he has a plan.
Yes.
Oh!
Once more. Oh, yes. Have you got it?
Oh, yes! I've got it. I must get round to Mrs. Fitzwarren straight away. Call me a cab. You're a
Cab.
Call me a handsome cab.
Oh, you're a handsome cat.
Oh, I'm tired. Which way do we go? That way? Oh, right, let's go. Go, let's go.
Finally, you sold that. You got
Clerks at the Fitzwarren Bank and Counting House.
That's us.
Our great leader, Mrs. Fanny Fitzwarren, will be down here very soon to make her morning inspection. Her morning inspection? Ah! The clock strikes. She leaps to her feet. bird to loins and throws out her chest. Then she sachets daintily to the door. She opens the door, then tippy-toes across the landing, then carefully descends the stairs. Now she's coming across the hall, and then sneaking around, and coming through the other door.
They're on the ball, I'll say that for them. Which is what you need in a busy counting house. A little staff who are always on their toes and never caught on the hop. Not bad for a bunch of weary bankers, eh?
Did you say?
Ah! There are women and children present. Hello! Oh, dearie, dearie me, I'm sure we can do better than that. I said hello! Enough of this weary badinage. Time is money, and money is time, right, gentlemen?
Yes, Miss Fitzwarren. That makes a lot of sense. And if you make a lot of sense, the dolls look after themselves. Boom, boom.
Just give me the stock market reports.
Very well. Wall Street's down, but Downing Street's up. The Buns Bank's burst, the Bourse is bust, and the Hang Seng is hanging 10. Weights are up, marks are down, and pennies are around her ankles. What about potatoes? What about blue chips? What about potato chips? Boom, boom. How's the Middle East? Shaky. How's Mexico? Chilly. What's the capital of Mexico? About 10 cents. Boom, boom. The Dow's up. That's good. The Nikkei's down. That's bad. Yes, we don't want to get caught with our Nikkei's down. Boom, boom.
Stop! You mustn't make a joke of the global financial system. We can leave that to the Americans. Now, present ledgers.
My ledger, Mrs. Fitzwarren.
I think not.
I think it is Mrs. Fitzwarren.
A ledger, Mr. Addleplate, is an accurate account of financial transactions transacted. But a alleged ledger is a work of fiction, sir.
For fiction?
Yes, fiction, you fool! It has carelessness written all over it.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Look! What's all this?
It's the account for our stocks and shares.
Stocks and shares? All this mess will generate is shocks and stares. You should take more interest in your work.
I take 20% already.
20% interest? I'll formulate the financial funnies around here. Well?
Yes, thank you. Apart from a slight pain in the neck.
Pain in the neck? You are a pain in the neck. Your ledger.
Oh, yes.
Keeping calculations, what do you call this?
Muriel.
There is an error, sir.
An error?
Yes, an error. An awful error. What is 7 plus 3?
9?
9? So this is what outcomes-based education leads to.
Can I phone a friend?
Have you got a friend?
Yes. I mean, no.
Never mind. We'll ask the audience. They look like an intelligent bunch. Oh, I'm sure the children are anyway. Oh, now, who can help me? Oh, hello, dearie. What's your name?
Samara?
Samara. Do you go to school, Samara?
Yes.
Oh, what school do you go to, Samara?
Loretta Netherlands?
Oh, what a coincidence. That's where I used to go. Oh, and who's your teacher?
Mrs. Gregory.
Mrs. Gray. Ah, that is positively uncanny. She was my teacher when I was at school. Such a charming lady. Could hardly believe she's 125. She's got all her own teeth and everything. Oh. Now, where was I, Samara? Oh, yes. Would you be able to help my arithmetically challenged employee up there and tell him what 7 plus 3 comes to?
Yes. 7 plus 3 equals 10.
Ah, very good. You put Mr. Einstein up there to shame. Now, Mr. Nip,
Miss Fitzwarren.
my chief clerk, your ledger. Oh, Mr. Nip, I've heard of cooking the books, but this is ridiculous.
Sorry, Miss Fitz. It's my whopper.
Mr. Nip, I am not interested in your whopper. Not in business hours, anyway. May I remind you that this is a counting house. We count money. My money. And the idea is to count it correctly so that I know just how rich I am and whether or not I can afford to pay you any wages this week. Do I make myself plain?
I don't know. We thought you were born like that.
Do I?
Yes, Miss Fitzwarren.
I can't wait till they invent the personal computer. And second, but who on earth would I find to replace him?
Mother.
Oh, my darling, what is amiss?
It's younger before she's married and becomes a Mrs.
Thank you. I meant, what is amiss with my darling, my treasure, my jewel, my little peanut?
She's been assaulted.
Assaulted peanut.
It's nothing. A couple of thieves were to steal my purse and necklace.
Oh, what? The villains! How dare you! It's the gallows for you, sir! Then the chopping into the forequarters and the feeding of your guts and stringy bits to the brown bears and the crocodiles!
Mother, he isn't the thief.
What? Who is he then?
This is Dick Whittington, Esquire. He and his friend came to my rescue.
Oh, brave fellow, let me shake you by the hand!
It was nothing really.
Oh, and where were you while all this was happening, Mr. Tuck?
He was otherwise engaged.
Fainting with fright, more like.
I resent that. It's true. That's why I resent it.
Mother, Mr. Whittington, has only arrived in London this morning. He has no job and nowhere to stay.
No job? Oh, Mr. Whittington, are you familiar with the high finance and mysteries of long division?
Well, I used to help my father on the accounts of the farm with the accounts.
Capital! Mr. Nip, hand Mr. Whittington your ledger.
My ledger.
Yes, your ledger. And your keys to the safe. There, Mr. Whittington, I offer you the post of my new chief clerk.
Well, would you excuse me a moment?
Yes.
What should I do?
Well, what was stage 3 of our plan?
Find a job.
So,
You mean say yes?
if you want to.
Of course I do. Mrs. Fitzwarren, I accept your position with pleasure.
He talks to his cat about everything.
Really?
Oh, yes, Charlemagne, come and say hello.
Meow.
Oh, he's awfully big for a cat.
We breed them big in the country.
Oh, in the city we mainly breed fat ones.
Oh, and he's very intelligent too. He can help me with my work.
You mean he can add up?
Well, he can put 2 and 2 together.
As long as he doesn't start multiplying. Now come on, you lot, get to work.
What do you mean? You've just given him my job. What am I supposed to do?
You and Mr. Tuck can clean the windows and sweep the floors. I think that would be more suited to your abilities.
What?
Yes, and you'll be needing to move your things down into the basement. I'll be needing your room up in the gable. I always keep my clerks up there. It's my clerk gable. I did think of building them hacienda.
Hacienda?
But hacienda the jokes for now.
But, Mrs. Fitz, the basement's full of cockroaches.
And you and Mr. Nip should feel right at home. Now get to work, the lot of you.
I'll just go and see if lunch is ready.
Oh, good.
But Mrs. Fitzwarren, this is awfully kind of you.
No, not at all. We need someone honest and trustworthy around here. Now, you see those keys?
Oh, yes.
Those keys open the safe. And just between you and me, and this cat and all of these other people here, that safe is full of gold.
Gold?
So guarded with your life.
Oh, well, I certainly will.
Good. Now, let's go have some lunch and you can tell me all about how you saved my daughter.
Charlemagne, can you believe this? We've only been in London town for a few hours and already we've got most of the plan completed.
All part of the service.
Well, at this rate, I'll be Lord Mayor of London before tea time.
I'm not taking this lying down.
Well, you could try standing up and sweeping.
No, thank you.
But Mrs. Fitzwarren said we had to sweep the floor.
You can if you like. I'm much too upset. I mean, who does he think he is?
Who?
Dick Whittington.
He probably thinks he's Dick Whittington.
I mean, he's only been here 5 minutes and he's already landed himself a job. My job. And a nice, cushy place to live. My place. And he's gotten into old fatty Fitzwarren's good books. One of the richest women in the city. And did you see the way he was looking at Alice? And the way she was looking at him? I know his little game. He'll wheedle his way in here. And before you know it, it'll be wedding bells. And she'll be Mrs. Whittington. And he'll be the master of the Fitzwarren Whittington counting house. And all the gold contained therein. What do you think?
Broom, broom. Broom, broom. Get it? Broom, broom.
You haven't been listening to a word I've been saying, have you?
Nah. Did I miss anything?
I want revenge. Revenge? Yes. And so do you.
Do I?
Yes. The only question is, how?
Well,
I
I might be able to help you there.
Who are you?
My car.
The Queen of Hearts.
You'll have to excuse my men.
You lightsaber.
They're women.
Exactly. I couldn't help overhearing your conversation just now.
Why?
Well, I was listening at the keyhole. And it seems that this Dick Whittington and his furry friends have done you out of a job and could do me out of my wife.
Your wife?
I refer to Miss Alice Fitzwarren, that charming and rich and sweet and rich and beautiful and rich young lady.
Have you asked her to be your wife?
Well, no, not as yet, but I'm sure that when I do, she shall fall at my feet.
Oh, really? Most people try and stay as far away from your feet as possible.
The point is that this twit Whittington must be dealt with. Agreed?
Agreed.
What are you going to do?
We. No, we, us, we are going to execute a cunning plan.
What plan?
Well, follow me exactly the way I walk, and I shall reveal all. $12 in Oswell!
Is it? I think there's a bit of a kerfuffle going on.
Oh, Geoffrey, I'm trying to do my job. 12 in Oswell!
Night and all's well. Well, I should say it is. I'm so glad Charlemagne brought me to London town. If he hadn't, I would have never met Alice.
Dick?
Oh, Alice!
What are you doing up here on the roof?
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't sleep. Is it all right?
Of course it is. I often come up here myself. I like to look out over the city.
Well, it is very beautiful.
Yes, but it makes me sad too.
Sad? Why would it make you sad?
I'm sad for the people down there. Poor people, like the people we saw at the markets, who work so hard as Still never have enough food to eat or a clean house to live in.
I see.
Why did you come to London?
Oh, well, I'm going to be Lord Mayor.
Are you?
Oh, well, maybe. That's to say, it was something I was told once.
A sort of prophecy, you mean?
Yes, do you think it's silly?
No, I think it's wonderful. And when you're Lord Mayor, maybe you could do something to help the poor people.
Oh, yes.
And perhaps I'll be able to help you in some way.
Oh. You know, when I look at you, everything around seems to shimmer and shift. The way things do on a hot summer's day.
I know.
Well, I'm looking at you now and even the stars are spinning around. Nothing's real but you.
Same here.
Are we in love?
I think we must be.
Will it last forever?
If we wanted to.
Really?
Enjoying yourself?
Oh, she loves me, she loves me.
Surprise, surprise.
Where have you been?
Looking after your interests. Messrs. Nip and Tuck up to something.
What?
I don't know, but there's a strong smell of rat about the place.
Rat?
So you better keep your wits about you.
Well, keep my Whittingtons about me.
What?
Keep my Whittingtons about me, get it?
Unfortunately, yes.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm off down to the street. There's a full moon tonight, needs howling at.
Why?
Oh, you wouldn't understand. It's a cat thing.
Well, actually, I feel so happy I could just be out howl at the moon myself.
Mr. Whittington, sir.
Oh, Mr. Nip, what do you want?
I heard a noise, sir.
Oh, well, that was just me. I'm so happy, you see.
As you have every right to be. But I meant I heard a noise down in the shop, sir.
In the shop?
Yes, I think it might be burglars.
Burglars, got you the safe.
I'm afraid I was much too scared to go down by myself. But if a brave young man like you was to come with me, I reckon we might catch him at it.
Well, good thinking. Come on.
No, down the back stairs. It's faster.
Good idea.
Yes. Right. Now, as long as that fool Tuck's in position, I think we've got him.
crouch down by the safe as if you're a robber.
You're such a clever little rat. How did you get so clever? Like this?
Yes. Oh, quickly, come on.
I can't get lower.
You're right, it is burglars. One burglar anyway. What are you doing to that thing?
Never mind. Go tell Mrs. Fitzwarren.
Oh, I don't think so.
There, Mr. Clever Dick Whittington. That'll teach you to steal my job.
Good hit, maybe.
Now, where are those kids? Don't just stand there. Go get the others.
That's got all the brains of the operation.
Gold!
Yes! Hands off, my young man!
Our gold, you mean? Remember the plan? To make out that Whittington here has taken the gold. He gets arrested and hanged, then we share it out between us.
Really?
Yes. Where's Tuck? Outside.
Lying down.
Why is he lying down? Because she is.
With this!
While he's escaping.
With the gold!
But he wasn't.
Oh, but I think he was. I think I caught the three of you red-handed, and I think Mrs. Fitzwarren's going to be so happy with me. She's going to have this Whittington arrested and then hanged, and then she's going to give me anything I ask for, including the hand of her gorgeous daughter Alice.
You double-crossing stuff!
Okay, are we ready?
Oh, it's the cat.
Oh, what cat?
Oh, that
Get off me, get off me, help! Thieves! Burglars! Mercenaries! Church groups!
What's going on?
Anybody?
This noise. Squire Crow! Why have you penetrated so brazenly my inner sanctum?
Well, I happened to be passing on my way to church when I noticed a light, a window open, and I saw these villains in the act of ransacking your safe.
Oh, thieves!
It would appear so.
Oh, what a great hulking brute of a man!
Yeah.
Turn him over. Show us his felonious face.
Yeah.
Dick! Oh, and Mr. Nip! Oh!
Another one.
They're all in it together!
They're as desperate a gang of cutthroats as ever I saw.
Oh, my gold!
Quite safe, I think.
Oh, your squireiness! How can I ever thank you?
Well, since you asked.
Oh, he's waking up! Hold him tight!
What happened?
What? Oh, what happened? Is it? What happened? What happened is you were caught out in your knavish trick, sir. That's what happened.
I swear!
Oh, I'm sure you do, and spit and dribble and pick your nose.
But you've got it all wrong!
I've got it wrong, all right. Yes, I've got it wrong. I thought you were honest and trustworthy. Now I find out you are no better than these two treacherous turncoats. Let them be taken away to the police station.
Mother, no!
Yes, to serve it.
Come on!
Get after them, you fools!
He's getting off!
Get after them!
Mother, there's been some sort of mistake, some terrible mistake, I'm sure!
Nonsense. Anyway, why fret for a penniless vagabond when there are plenty of other eligible fish in the sea?
What do you mean? Oh, horror! Oh, horror! Oh, my hopes! My happiness!
fried noodles.
But I'm innocent!
You were caught in front of the safe with the gold in your hands.
But it was nip and tuck!
Actually, it wasn't. It was Squire Crow and those two scraggy thieves we saw at the market this morning.
What?
But we can't prove it.
But you saw them!
Don't think the judge is going to believe a cat.
Then you're right. It's hopeless. There's nothing we can do.
Yes, there is.
What?
Pack up, leave London, find your fortune somewhere else.
Well, what about Alice? If I leave, they'll make her marry Squire Crow.
Don't let that happen. True love, remember? She'll wait for you, and as long as there's breath in her body and yours.
Do you really think so?
Yes.
Do you?
See? And you've got a destiny to fulfill, remember? Turn again, turn again, turn again, Whittington. Lord Mayor of London.
You're right. I'll do it for me and for Alice.
Bravo!
Wait, what are those other bells?
Ah, well that's the bell they ring down the dock when there's a ship about to set sail.
A ship?
Yep. And I happen to know there's a captain, needs a cook, and a ship's cat.
Well, how do you know that?
I told you, I am an extraordinary cat.
Well, you certainly are. Now, what's the name of this ship?
The lovely Alice.
The lovely Alice. Raising the gangplank, we're raising the sail, and we're raising the anchor chain. It's time for the sailors to slip from the shore and head for the ocean again. Time to be sailing away, sailing away, sailing away. We are sailing away, sailing away, sailing away. We're saying farewell to the bustle and swell. We're leaving our homeland behind. And we're saying hello to what we don't know, but we'll take whatever we find. For we are sailing away, sailing away, sailing away. We are sailing away, sailing away, sailing away. Well, I've lost all my money, I've lost everything, but I still have my hopes and a friend. So look out, London town, we're up but not down, and we will be back again. Meanwhile, we're sailing away, sailing away, sailing away. We are sailing away, sailing away, sailing away.
Well done, Your Majesty.
You said you'd have your revenge.
And you have.
You'll never see me. Never again.
Oh, but I will.
What?
I haven't seen the last of him at all, and he certainly hasn't seen the last of me. I'll put a stop to his career. Now it's time for the coup de grace. We'll get him.
So let the tide flow and let the wind blow. Let the flag fly high and free. And give us a cheer as we pop from the air and head for the open sea. Now we are sailing away. Yes, we are sailing away. Yes, we are sailing
half time and it's probably recorded, but I may have changed my mind. It's there if you want it.